Arsenal haven't won a league game on Wearside since 1966. Their last league goal in these parts was scored 18 years ago by Tony Woodcock, so their record leaves plenty of room for improvement. And the same could be said of Sunderland's start to the season, although Peter Reid is keen to impress on anyone that'll listen that they're only 1 point behind their schedule at the start of last season, when eventually they finished 7th for the second year in a row. Arsene Wenger had quite an altercation with the fourth official here last year, but he'd be advised not to repeat that today. The reserve referee is Uriah Rennie, the kickboxing magistrate from Sheffield. Plenty of pace on the back pass. Varga. Arca. Slipped by Gray, allows Powler in. Here's Kanu. Van Bronckhorst. Wiltor. Now Ljungberg. This is good flowing stuff from Arsenal. Wiltor. Kanu wants the cross. And he very nearly got it. It's an intricate piece of play by Arsenal, which just lacked the killer touch. Campbell. Varga being pursued by Ljungberg, who's markedly quicker than he is. Ljungberg guilty of a foul in the referee's view. Referee unhappy with something, having a word with the fourth official. Kanu very close to getting on the end of Wiltor's cross. Sunderland had found themselves 2 goals down in 4 of their last 5 Premiership matches. They managed to stage a meaningful comeback in one of them to earn a draw against Charlton, 2-2. But it's not the sort of form, particularly at home, that we've come to expect of Sunderland since their elevation to the Premiership. Arca, it's a lovely back heel, just too long for Phillips. Fault the build-up, the back heel by Michael Gray, and Arca's cross overhit. In some senses, Peter Reid is a victim of the heightened sense of expectation that he himself has created here, when you remember that Sunderland were 4th from the foot of the First Division when he took over. Craddock. McCann. Sunderland's throw. McAteer. Did well to get the cross in. Arca. Excellent recovery by Richard Wright. Rather stranded the first time when McAteer's cross sailed right over his head. Just seemed to get a touch to it. And then he had to recover very rapidly to save from Arca. Wasn't the cleanest of headers from Emerson Tom, but better from Sunderland. Oh, poor by Vieira of all people. And here's Kevin Phillips. McCann was bundled over off the ball by Vieira in his frustration. But it's play on with Bernd Haas, and Vieira eventually breaks up the move. And now Kanu is released. Wiltor in the middle, attacking the area by the penalty spot, but Kanu is full of tricks, and that's deflected behind. And now, good refereeing by Mike Riley. He's going to go back to Patrick Vieira and show him the yellow card. For the tackle on Gavin McCann, Mike Riley played a very good and worthwhile advantage, but remembered the offence and has gone back and issued the yellow card. Sol Campbell. Kanu! looked as close as either side had come. And knocked down by Campbell. A touch over by the Nigerian Kanu. Parlour fouled by Gray. Kanu. Varga in the way. It's another corner. Vieira forward. The other two 6-footers. Keane and Campbell there already. All facing Sorensen. Van Bronckhorst kick. Headed down by Vieira. Hit the bar. Sorensen very anxious as the ball thudded into the turf and bounced up. He was there to tip it over. Van Bronckhorst. Kanu has drawn the free kick, and Craddock surely will be cautioned for preventing the immediate taking of the free kick. Initial foul was innocuous enough, but that was the bookable part of matters. Free kick to Sunderland. Again, a quick attempt made to take it, but this time it wasn't a deliberate act on the Arsenal players' part to block it. There's Phillips! Arsenal caught sleeping a little. The boos are because no yellow card was issued after the first attempt at the free kick was blocked. And then whilst Arsenal were still regrouping, Phillips in typical fashion nipped in. McAteer. Now Vieira. Lovely footwork, especially for someone of 6'4". Varga. Muscled out a bit by Wiltor. Van Bronckhorst. Tackles are beginning to bite and to fly in. Upson. Positively balletic by Vieira. Wiltor. Kanu was pulled away in the middle, and it's a good ball. It's a wonderful ball. It's Kanu, and Sorensen got to it first time. Still Kanu, surely. It was a dog's breakfast of a goal at its conclusion, but the pass from Sylvain Wiltor was phenomenal. Saw Kanu setting off on the run, the arms went up, the flag didn't. It seemed that Sorensen had done enough, but that was not the case. Kanu marks his first start of the season with his second goal of the season. Arsenal in front, their first ever goal at the Stadium of Light. Schwarz. Oh, the break could be on here with Wiltor. Sunderland committed plenty forward, and now they're outnumbered on the far side. Just as well that Gray was back and that the pass wasn't too accurate. Plenty of huff and puff with few moments of coherence, but Wiltor's ball for Kanu's goal was perfection. Not too many chances, but Arsenal lead through the Nigerian. Half-time at the Stadium of Light, Sunderland 0, Arsenal 1, the second half after the break. Sunderland presumably G'd up by Peter Reid. Arsenal content just to have the lead after a fairly dour first half. Typical of this fixture. Not been too many goals in recent seasons between Sunderland and Arsenal, here at least. This is Varga, who was caught with his arm aloft, appealing for an offside that wasn't for the goal. Arca. Upson. Interesting race with Craddock, which Upson, by a short head, has won. He's also won the corner. It was a good gallop. It's the usual format for Arsenal. Keown and Campbell. Upson 2. 4 players waiting along with Vieira, who are in excess of 6 feet in height. That was Vieira. Campbell. Upson stooping. Vieira. Keown. Campbell. Wiltor trying to surge past Gray. Out by Haas. Vieira. Last on the score sheets in the FA Cup semi-final against Spurs at Old Trafford, way back in April. Phillips. Vieira. Ljungberg. Kanu on this near side. Wiltor on the far, and Van Bronckhorst leaving it for Sylvain Wiltor, who should have done much better than that, given the amount of time that he was allowed to set himself. Kanu. Here's Lauren. Arca speeding back and making contact shoulder to shoulder. And now setting off himself, taken down late by Parler. Referee might choose to return to that. McCann. Parler coming back to try and get to McCann. Mistake by Vieira, which he'll now try and rescue. Referee is going to have a word with Ray Parler about the late challenge. Gray. Keown came off his knee. Here's McAteer. Now Schwartz tried the lob. Fine goal by the former Arsenal player. Peter Reid off the bench. The crowd off their seats. And Sunderland spectacularly on terms. Lovely touch from the veteran Swede. Keown failed to clear, came off his knee. One touch to control, in off the inside of the post. Moment of true quality from Stefan Schwartz. It's 1-1. Is that the launching pad for Sunderland, or just the spur for Arsenal? Here's Ljungberg. Oh, Wiltord was hauled over in the box. Wiltord was pulled down bodily. One of the Sunderland defenders had hold of his shirt and hauled him over, but nothing is given except for a goal kick. Look at the top of the screen. There, Varga got hold of Wiltord and bundled him over. No penalty given, though. What has been given is a Sunderland free kick. Maybe a lucky escape at one end for Sunderland. Can they capitalise at the other? Arca over the ball. All three centre-backs are up. And Phillips had the header. Saved at point-blank range by Richard Wright. They were eyeball to eyeball. This is the best period of the match so far, without any question. That's a terrific piece of goalkeeping. McAteer to take. 6 up for Sunderland. Out by Campbell. Arca. Ricochet favoured him. Need to cross with the right, didn't. Pass. McAteer. It's going to be Arsenal's throw. That's a foul by Parlour. It's going to be a booking. Arca, the victim of the tackle. Had an earlier warning. Tackle from behind. McAteer. Schwartz. Arca. McCann. Turning away from Vieira. Good battle between those two. Here's Bernd Haas. McAteer. Phillips wants the cross early. It's a little late, but it is Phillips. Much more cohesive football in the second half from Sunderland. Plenty of method, the chances are coming in greater numbers. Kanu. Full Schwartz. Released Ljungberg. Now there was contact. Penalty given. It was Bernd Haas. Now, what colour is the card? It's yellow for the Swiss fullback. Slid in. Seemed to catch a heel. Almost impossible for him to get the ball from that angle. Interesting choice of penalty taker. Henry on the bench. So it's going to be the captain, Vieira. Oh! You can